I now introduce Sharon and Martin? Oh, there you are. Sorry, I've done that already once. Yeah. Nice to meet you. You've been doing a load of stuff here already, haven't you?
We have, yeah.
You've got a whole school going, so I bet you.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Well,
no introduction.
Good evening, everybody. As we said, we've just come from Light School, so that's a little plug before we start. We're doing an event over there that's all about light. And every time we've started Light School, I've said, good evening, everybody, and everybody said, good evening, Mr. Lupton. So I'm just going to test that, see if it works here. Good evening, everybody. Oh, that was poor, wasn't it?
Cool.
Light School was much more enthusiastic than that. Okay, let's go anyway then.
Okay, you have to start.
So we are Light Collective. I'm Martin, and this is Sharon, just in case you didn't guess. Say hello, Sharon.
Hello.
Hello. We're lighting designers, and what we've done is we've foolishly decided to share a PechaKucha tonight. So that probably means I'm going to talk all over the top of Sharon's slides, and she might slap me or something.
Right, okay, so anyway, as he said, we're architectural lighting designers. My background's theatre, his is environmental engineering, so I get to say I'm the creative one and he's the boring one. We've done an apprenticeship of 17 years of architectural lighting. Lots of stuff like this, and we realised that there was more to light and life than this, and have moved on.
So we decided to start our own company, and when we did it, we read this book called Rework. I don't know if anybody's read it, but it's brilliant if you're starting your own company. It says throw away everything you know, get some new rules, get rid of all the old rules. So we dumped everything: timesheets, meetings, marketing plans, business plans, strategies, all guesswork.
And instead, we decided to base everything on this film, which we watched on a plane. It's not a great movie classic, but it's all about a set of rules with which to kill zombies. So we wanted a set of rules with which to set up an unusual lighting consultancy. Weirdly, some of the rules are the same.
Like rule number 8, get yourself a kick-ass partner, which obviously Sharon took on.
Not.
So these are our first 10 rules. These are the rules that we're allowed to talk about in public without having to kill you. And what we've decided to do tonight is wash our dirty laundry in public, and we're going to try and prove to you that we follow these rules in our project. So we're going to show you some projects, and we're going to try and prove to you that we follow all of these rules.
So rule number 1, always be evangelical about light. We're doing that. We're spreading the word about light here at the Surface Design Show. Over there we have Light School. We've filled it with all our favourite lighting people that have come down yesterday, today and tomorrow to talk about light and lighting design and how transformative it can be.
Rule number 2 is innovate. Be the first to do something with light. We decided to merge our two loves, which is light and food, and we decided to create a little pop-up restaurant series. So what we've done is create what's called a spectral dinner. Each course is a different colour of the spectrum. So the first course is red. It goes through 7 courses, and it popped up in a variety of different cities.
You're doing exactly what you said you would do, is talk over every one of my slides. I'll be really fast. Number 3, inspire. To always move people using light. This is a project we did called One Beam of Light. It was a global photography competition. Every image that was submitted was based on a single beam of light, diffused, reflected, or in some way.
Rule number 4, engage. We also run a movement called guerrilla lighting, where we persuade about 50 people to come out on the streets with us with big yellow torches and light stuff up. And what we do is we take a photograph of it before and a photograph afterwards, and we use those images to create a debate. But we get people who don't normally work with light working with light.
Number 5. What's number 5? This is about education. Educating. I forget my own rules. Make some lights. This is something we did with a guy called Joe Vosey, who's over there in Light School, proving that it's not just manufacturers that can make lights. We can too, using stuff that's available on the internet.
Rule number 6, encourage collectivism. So get people to work together. One of the reasons a lot of us are in lighting is because we're passionate about the subject, and it's such a visual medium. So we wanted to create an open source for people to share amazing images of light. And this is it. It's called Light Collector. It's an app. It's a website. You can go to it and you can join in.
Number 7. We on 7?
Yeah.
Share knowledge. Always about telling people how we did it and why we did it. This is another one of our weird initiatives. It's called the Social Light Movement. It's all about promoting lighting. Instead of in the centre of cities where all the good light is, it's taking out into the areas that don't have good light.
Number 8, promote daylight. This is working really well, isn't it?
It's a great idea.
As Mark said, lighting's not just about artificial light, it's about daylight. So we started a daylight festival in Mexico City. Which obviously you couldn't do it in London, could you really? There you go.
I'll start. On the other side of the coin, number 9 is always embrace darkness. Most dialogues are about lighting. We called it light school, not dark school. We think the two should go hand in hand. This is a project we did last year. We took a whole load of people to the Atacama Desert and held a conference there because it's the darkest place on the planet.
Amazing skies. So we're on to rule number 10, challenge convention. So how are we going to prove this to you? Well, we could tell you about when we threw a poly party. We got 50 to 100 lighting designers to dress up in white clothes and throw coloured paint at each other so they could experience...
They were lit beautifully.
Yeah, experiencing colour and light in its extreme.
Or we could tell you about the time that we had a party in Madrid where we gave everybody a weather balloon with their own personal light. We filled them, not the balloons, but the people with mojitos, asked them all to wear red, and they went out into the streets of Madrid with their own personal light.
I think we could actually become party planners.
Maybe
it's a side career we could go into. We could tell you about the time we did a workshop in India with 12 electrical engineering students, and we created Jali fretwork lanterns using cardboard boxes and old water bottles. Even though people were driving sheep through our workshop site, there was a snake on the pavement at one point, and we even caused a car crash because people slowed down to look at what we were doing.
Or we could tell you about the time we decided to make a giant chandelier out of Fox's Glacier mints. They wouldn't sell them to us unwrapped, so we spent 3 days unwrapping them, filling these tubes. What else can you say? Has anyone else made one of them? Hands up if you've made one of them.
I can say that I hate Fox's Glacier Mint. I never touch another one. Or we could tell you about our first ever project that we did together, where we went to the Shetland Isles and we lit up derelict buildings with members of the local community providing the content for a video feed. It was absolutely freezing. It was January. It was covered in snow. When the snow melted, it was covered in sheep shit. We were closer to Norway than Scotland. And it was our first project.
So, in case you didn't get the message, I'll say it once again, we're really passionate about light. Hope you got that. We're Light Collective. If you're interested, please check out our website or stalk us on Twitter, or come to Light School tomorrow.
Starts at 11:15. Thank you very much.
We're done.